Hi guys, this is the long-awaited rubric for speaking, okay? So I'm going to try and guide you through the different points of this rubric so that you understand as well as possible what's needed to get an A. It's as simple as that. So you see that you have two sections in that, okay? Whoopsie, my pen's not working. Let me just try and get that at work. There we go. Pens. Here we go. Should be better. Okay. Righty. So two sections: knowing and using. Language features. Okay. And creating spoken language are the two different sections. I probably should stop using the pen because it's creating a complete mess in this table. All right, so to get an A, knowing and using language features, well, that's purely your ease with the language, okay? So you see we've got displays skillful control over a wide range of linguistic elements. What do we mean by this? Okay, well, we want the language to be accurate and to be diverse, okay? So that's the first thing you're going to have to do. Try to add a bit of diversity to what you're saying, okay? You can repeat some structures, but try to make them, try to vary them, basically, okay? Remember, in those linguistic elements, we've also got vocabulary, okay? So use as diverse a vocabulary as possible. For example, well, show me that you can use des matières, des disciplines. We've seen that. Think about all the synonyms that we've seen for compétence. Okay, we've got compétence. We saw savoir-faire, for example, as part of that. Okay. Évaluation. Okay, when we're talking about assessments, we'll talk about évaluation, évaluer. Talk about test, talk about devoir, and so on and so forth, okay? Manipulation of text structures and register, including idioms and colloquialisms, is effective and proficient. So we want to make sure you're getting here the register correctly. You'll be talking to me, so you'll be saying vous, but you can still be quite casual, okay? So not a bad idea to kind of research an idiom that you have ready here, a little proverb or something, little expression that's a bit, that shows me that it's flexible, okay? We saw that a little bit with Ben and Annalise and Alana when we mentioned comparisons, instead of saying simply something, I don't know, le bulletin sans notes est plus flexible que le bulletin avec notes. Go for something like, selon moi, à mon avis, je pense que le bulletin sans notes est beaucoup plus, or est un peu plus, est bien plus flexible, okay? So show that you do have that flexibility. Pronunciation, fluency and rhythm, stress and intonation, display minimal interference from the L1. The L1 is English. That's your language, okay? So we want your French to be affected as little as possible by English. And that just simply takes two things. It takes practice, okay, and control. And one way, well, practice, just repeat over and over and over, and we've started doing that in class. Control is actually trying not to go too fast, okay? Don't try and go too fast. Potentially, and we'll look at that, have a few strategies that buy you time, okay? Things like, je veux dire, and so on, okay? Try not to lapse back into English here, okay? Creating spoken language. Well, this is going to be about the ideas that you develop, okay? So we want you to speak good French, but we also want you to say things that are interesting and relevant, okay? So we've had this series of 4 videos on the text that have sort of synthesized a few ideas, and you may have your own, okay? This is a pretty short oral, so you can just develop 1, 2, maybe 3 of those ideas, okay? but you need to have meaning, which is effectively and sensitively conveyed through confident manipulation. So show me that you know things. Show me that you've done some work on those bulletins sonores, okay? Have a clear idea of what you're going to say, okay? Ideas are developed and expressed coherently. So try to organize those ideas, okay? Maybe use a mind map if you want. And then use those link words. Those link words actually help you structure your text. Language use is fluent, flexible, and appropriate to the audience and cultural setting. Well, that's the references you're going to make, okay? You're going to be talking about the report card. Not a bad idea at all to compare what's happening in Australia and in France, okay? Don't go and compare what's happening in the US and in New Zealand, okay? We're in Australia, we're talking about France. Make it relevant, okay? Say you were on the exchange trip to Bordeaux. Well, when I talk to my correspondent who is in Bordeaux, she tells me that this is possible, okay? And the last one, of course, be confident and try to sustain conversation, okay? You're in charge, okay? You're in control. And if you're leading the conversation, you're just simply cutting me from asking questions, for example, okay? If all I have to do is to nod, I'm happy, okay? But it has to sound natural. It can't be a rehearsed speech, okay? So go through these different points here when you revise. If anything is unclear, just let me know, okay? But you can all reach for the A. You just need to put in the hard yards, okay? Practice, 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 okay? Try and fail in class. Don't fail to try, of course. Okay, see you soon, guys.